Okay, Bella, you know what today is?
I do indeed, Mia. We happen to be recording this episode on the first day of April, colloquially known as April Fool's Day.
Which means,
We're going to go against all expectations and play this episode without any jokes.
haha, suckers.
Welcome back to another episode of Austin Underground, your favorite artist's favorite TSTV show. We're your hosts. I'm Bella.
And I'm Mia. This week we're talking about all the music we missed in the last few weeks, reviewing the new Japanese Breakfast album, talking about our favorite musical duo from Miami, and is that right?
What?
This must be the joke of the episode. We're converting Sydney into Katy Perry stan?
Didn't even know we had a Sydney on our team. Oof. Well, that's why we had to call this episode When the Austin is Tea, but the Underground is Gag. Sis, I'm dead as a child. Let's roll the intro.
You're watching Austin Underground.
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 And you're watching Austin Underground.
Now it's time for the music news, where we sweep all the best stories of the week into a big heap of mush and celebrity name drops. I assume that we're doing only joke stories today.
No funny business, okay? Tonight we're being serious, and that means no libel allowed. Our first story follows on from this past weekend's Westfest, a time in which the Greeks of campus gather in their backyards to drink beer and listen to artists who are all well past their prime. One of them, a Mr. Sean Kingston, performed shortly after being convicted of wire fraud alongside his mother in Florida. The two were apparently up on stage yelling "Hook 'em horns" a few hours before being charged, which both carry 20-year terms. I thought we weren't doing jokes this week.
I thought so too.
Well, the sentencing is on July 11th, so tune in at your local frat house then, I guess.
Our next story comes from the city that never sleeps except when it feels like it, which is very rare. SNL hosted Oscar Award winner Mikey Madison and country musician Morgan Wallen on Saturday. The singer performed his new song, "I'm the Problem," then stormed off stage during the end credits, pushing past the camera before posting a picture of his private jet with the caption, "Get me to God's country."
Yeah, he was the problem for real. What's up with these stories? They just can't be real.
This is also the second time Wallen has stormed away from SNL, the first time being during the pandemic when he refused to accept social distancing rules. He was also dropped from his label at the time for being very liberal with his use of slurs. So yeah, maybe he is the problem.
That seems like the only thing liberal about him. What are these news stories? This third one is from Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker, y'all. I can't. I'm sorry. Bro, like, what are we doing? I can't do this with a straight face. MGK tweeted, "She's finally here, our celestial seed," referring to his and Megan Fox's child, who was born last weekend. Did we not watch Jennifer's Body? We know what's going on, y'all. He and the drummer apparently scored an instrumental track for the baby's birth, written at 432 hertz. Megan Fox and Assault Rifle Kelly split in December, according to reports, and probably not just so that Fox won't have to listen to the song, let alone during labor.
Yikes. Lastly, renowned Instagram Reels creator Dax Flame from 21 Jump Street made a special appearance with Will Smith, who's been teasing his new and frankly horrendous rap song on the platform. It's truly a sight to behold. Flame has a uniquely awkward style of humor, and Smith appeared out of his element, standing next to him. Every top comment pointed out that somehow Flame's song beats Smith's, which also includes the phrase, "You better keep my wife's name out of your mouth." So, I don't know, guys. I think we have to cut the news there today. We could throw a reference to Ed Sheeran or something, but the no humor rule, it's really getting to me.
Insane. Why don't we move on then? We've been gone for nearly 3 weeks now. Didn't you guys miss us? And in that time, a ton of great new music has come out, so we're ready for a roundtable discussion. Here to bring us back to speed is Molly, Liv, Ari, and Christian. Meow.
Hi guys.
Hi. We're talking about all of the music that came out over the past 3 weeks. We got Lady Gaga, Chapel Roan, Men I Trust, Doja Cat, Earth Eater, Shy Girl, Saint Vincent. So many new
It's been
releases.
a busy couple of weeks.
And we've been away for it all.
I know, so we just have to talk all about the hiatus. So I think it'd be crazy if we didn't start this off with close personal friend of the show, Chapel Roan. The Giver, I've had it memorized since the SNL performance. I know the song, I'm learning the dance. I'm a slow learner of choreography, but I am getting the job done, I promise. And all the different personalities and characters that she's playing, they're truly all amazing.
Your
I love it
duty
so
as a
much.
lesbian.
Yes, well, yes. And I'm wearing my denim. I'm wearing denim on denim because I'm just a working girl, and I'm gonna get the job done. So I love the song so much. Thank you, Chapel.
I didn't like it when I heard it on SNL, I will say. Sorry to close personal friend of the show, Chapel Roan. But the release was actually so much better, especially because she took out the only a woman knows how to treat a woman right. Hated that part.
I kinda liked
So did she, I guess, because she removed it. So.
No, it was performance art. It reminded me of I'm gonna serve exactly what you are. She loves throwing in a little
Yeah.
But live is different.
I listened to it, at first I was a denier, and then I listened to it all the way to my drive to Colorado,
That is
at
intense,
least
and I
20
really
times.
appreciate you doing that.
It was, and then I kind of got tired of it, I think.
Makes sense.
But I
Well-
do want her to, release more music like that, kind of, I guess not now. Now it's not experimental, because
Right.
it is, everyone's doing country, but, it is really, it's a song for tops to bottoms, and I
Yeah.
think we need that.
We do need that.
And we love her
It also
from the bottom
has
to the top.
great replayability. Every time it starts with a
2, 3,
it's so yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay.
Last thing
Okay.
on it, just last thing
Sure.
on it. You were saying I really hope that she's putting out new music like that. I heard that her new album that she's teasing is gonna have a song from each genre. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway,
She's gonna do Beyonce's albums, but in one.
amen.
That's crazy.
I think we also have to talk about Gaga.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Gaga.
Mayhem.
Of course, Mayhem, yes.
I don't really have much to say on Mayhem. I know, I'm a fake stan. I think maybe it has to cook for a bit for me,
I agree.
but I
feel
don't
the same.
really mess with a lot of songs
Did
like
we
that.
all agree about this?
Yeah.
My thing is yes, she reheated her own nachos. Yes,
Yeah.
it was an air fryer, so some of them are crunchy. But I would rather have an enchilada than old nachos because I already have the nachos.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd rather have something
And the nachos
You know
were
what I
so
mean?
good, you didn't have to reheat them.
because
the
I'm
thing
still listening. I'm still eating the nachos every day.
Abracadabra wasn't even the nachos exactly. Abracadabra kind of was an enchilada, I feel. And I wish we got more Abracadabra because the rest of the album was not giving
It's
it.
it was a gag, but it wasn't child, you know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
It was-
But where's the tea?
That's what I don't think that there was enough
Exactly.
tea.
No, I agree. I'm dead.
I still love Abracadabra so much.
But
I have to mention Alexander Xavier, my favorite artist of all time, released a track called Unforgivable. And that one, that's how I know I don't really like Gaga's album because I heard Unforgivable and I was like,
This
this
what
doesn't sound like her old
Yeah.
track. I hate it. But then 2 days later I was like, no, this is great.
I'm glad it doesn't sound.
But that
like
never happened with Gaga.
Yeah. I want to talk about Sufjan Stevens. I feel like we don't talk about him enough, and he released the demo for Oh, to see without my eyes. What's that song?
Oh, the Call Me By Your Name?
Yeah, the Call Me By Your Name. I don't know why I'm blanking
Oh, you're
on
tuned into that movie, I know.
yeah, I love that movie.
I love that movie.
But that was just big news for me because I love his demos, and yeah, that's all. Mystery of Love demo.
Perfect.
Cute.
Because I really like him.
Mhm.
So I actually
So,
missed that in the
yeah.
2 weeks, so I need to listen to that and
It happened,
look out
like,
my window
yesterday.
as I'm driving, like,
Wow. I just really
Alright.
quick before we go need to say the new Doja Cat song is still bad. Doja Cat still is not doing great, especially with Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much
Alright.
it, I think.
that's fair.
Back
Alright,
to the host.
back to the host, guys.
All right, viewers, stay right there and don't even smirk a little bit. We'll be back right after this break. Hello. My name is Herbert. I
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, on 4? I put it on 2 instead of 3. Try that.
No, you should, please. You should. No, please. After all, no. Yes. Okay, I guess. Hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello.
I just wanted to talk about Gaga.
No, you should.
I'm talking about Gaga.
You can add because I didn't know about
Okay,
that much about Gaga.
I'm gonna try to think of a chop
Try to
door.
keep your voices low because the mic is choppy.
Okay.
She's a chop host.
She's below now.
artistry, merch, the list goes on.
Well, yes. But also, have you noticed some tours just being kind of chopped?
What do you mean?
Like, generally, I think this is best left for our next channel. That's my favorite costume for the movie.
I won't. Huh?
When the pawn hits the conflict, he thinks like a king. What he knows throws the blows when he goes to the fight, and he'll win the whole thing before he enters. You stand, then you know where to land, and if you fall, it won't matter because you'll know that you're right.
I thought that it wasn't for making your little dinner.
Oh, no, that
The
was...
one that you're like, I'm selling plates.
That's funny. I did it so I could respond to everyone April Fools.
Oh.
This sense, bro.
What?
She's going to Vegas to Seattle.
Okay.
So Vegas
That makes
to Seattle to New York
She's performing
to
at
Miami.
Okay, you know, there's been a real change in concerts lately.
Tell me about it. Rising prices, people throwing stuff at artistry, merch, the list goes on.
Well, yes, but also, have you noticed some tours just being kind of chopped?
What do you mean?
I think this is best left for our next panel to unpack. Here's Uriel, Risha, Molly, and Belle.
Hello. Hi, guys. I'm Will. You already know us, but we're here to talk about some chopped tours because recently these tours have been quite chopped. Who wants to start off? Because I can't attack my girl too early.
I can start. I know after speaking on the last panel, it sounds like I'm like just hating on Gaga. I swear I'm not hating on Gaga. It's just I love her so much and I just want the best for her. And this tour, I'm really, really grateful that she's giving us a tour out of nowhere, but giving us, not giving us, giving like 5 people the opportunity for the tour, because there are 16 dates total of this world tour. 5 of them are in the US, and let me tell you how she's getting there. She's going to Las Vegas, then she's going to Seattle, then New York, then Miami, then she's going to Canada for 1 night.
Toronto.
And then she's going to Chicago. And then she's going all the way over to London and then just Paris and everything. But my thing is, like, she didn't even get all her US dates in the same, like, it's just,
The same way.
my thing is, like, I would have just loved, I could have loved, instead of a tour, possibly, like, a music video movie or like something. You know how like Beyonce went and she created that narrative, and if you play them all together, Lemonade, it's like a movie. I would love if she like actually made like a narrative with it instead of just like, here's a tour but it's not a tour and no one can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, even like in 2014 on the tour for Art Pop, Miku
Art Rave.
opened for her.
Really?
And if you know anything about Miku, you know she's a hologram. So can we at least get the Gaga hologram? Like,
No, that's a really good point. My thing is just like, I don't know. It's a chop tour in my opinion because it's just like, who's gonna be able to go? And also, no south, no south, one north.
protesting the Bible.
It's just, it's weird. I don't know. I love you, Gaga. Please come. Or make a narrative.
Speaking of no U.S. tours, unfortunately, FK Twigs had to cancel her, like, she only had 4 shows here in the U.S., or 4 different locations, and she had to postpone 3 of them. New York, I don't know, some other places. And
LA, probably.
no, San Francisco is safe. Thank you. I bought tickets to go to San Francisco impulsively one night, and I dangerously decided to buy a hotel and a flight to go see FK Twigs. And the fact that she delayed all her shows besides San Francisco is a blessing. And she also started off her U-section tour by canceling her first 2 shows. So she started in Paris instead of Prague. Prague? I can't even. I don't even know
Prague.
Prague.
You don't
I
even
said
know
it
how to
right,
spell
yes.
Prague.
I can't even spell Prague.
And Prague, is it automatically
And
Prague rock?
so she's saying it's because of the visas.
2 different
or something.
references.
But yeah, no, it's very messy, and she's getting in lots of controversy with fans. The Reddit is horrible.
I can imagine.
It's
Isn't it
bad.
always?
But I'm getting my tour. I'm gonna see Twigs regardless. Well, let me knock on wood. I'm gonna see her regardless. But unfortunately, she canceled already half her shows. So
Speaking
what do
of
you do with that?
canceling some things, J-Lo.
All of it.
The infamous, I would say, let's call it J-Lo scandal. She started off with a tour lineup, and being so honest, does anyone here listen to J-Lo nowadays? Like, I only know like that one like really good song that's like.
I'm just gonna say, like, I don't think anybody technically listens to J-Lo because, like, those vocals are not hers. And
Yeah.
let's be real.
That one song where she uses Meghan Trainor, like, girl, it's obvious, but like.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
I have
sorry.
not heard this.
No hate on
Allegedly.
Not too
Meghan
much
Trainor.
Oh, we love her. But no, the tour,
That's my
and
cousin.
then
That's my cousin.
no one showed up. Like, there's quite literally photos of, like, she booked that entire, like, stadium type thing.
And the pit was
Arena.
empty. And the pit was empty.
Like, okay. And then she later goes on to Twitter, I believe, or X now, whatever. Twitter. And it's like, due
Dead
to
man
some
Twitter.
unforeseen events I have and personal reasons, I decided to cancel. I'm like, girl, you know it wasn't personal.
It was the sales, girl.
Yeah.
No,
It was
yeah.
Rita Ora saying if this tweet gets 100,000 likes,
I'm gonna
Did he
someone
cancel
hacked
his
their
tour?
account. I'm not releasing anything new.
Yeah. What
Well.
is it? I don't per se have a particular artist or chop tour that comes to mind, but I just can't help but think, have you ever been interested in an up and coming artist? And if you have, then you know that sometimes they book the worst venues.
Oh,
like,
God.
what is it?
Yeah.
Pink Panthers was here not too long ago, but like she was at like Emos or something. I was like, Pink Panthers.
That's where I saw Chapel.
Dude, but like Pink Panthers is like was bigger than Chapel when you saw her. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Very
those
much
tickets
true.
sold out like in seconds. I didn't
Yeah.
get one. I was sad. And
Yeah.
resellers hate me.
And, I mean, we have to talk about it
Honorable
really, really
mention,
fast.
JoJo's tour and her $900 VIP tickets, where you're
Yeah.
just setting up her thing, like you're
Paying for
volunteering,
labor.
Paying for labor.
Yeah. My thing is, like, it's not chopped yet, but it will be
It
soon.
will be soon.
So make sure to,
$200 tickets.
yeah. So make sure to stay tuned, and we'll report back if that is also a chop tour. And back to the host. Bye, guys. No hate. We love you.
I love you, Twigs.
I would be offended if I had to be a roadie for JoJo Siwa, quite frankly.
I'm kind of excited secretly. I don't know, but someone might actually buy that ticket. People have to be buying these tickets, and the joke is on them. And next up, we're breaking down the 4th studio record by an indie favorite of ours, Japanese Breakfast. It's been 4 years since their last album, Jubilee, and since then they've only grown in popularity, thanks in part to frontwoman Michelle Zahner's lovely memoir, Crying in H Mart. Now they're back, and we have Belle, Callie, VJ, and Kaylee to chat about it.
Hey guys. What is it? So there's a brand new Japanese Breakfast album, and in my opinion, it's good. But we can get into that. If you don't know it, it's their 4th studio album for melancholy brunettes and other sad women.
Tag yourself?
Huh?
I said tag yourself.
Tag yourself
Melancholy
below for other sad women.
I am a melancholy brunette. Although I will say,
with the title, I suppose I was anticipating like this really, really like gut-wrenching album, and I don't think that's what it gives, but not necessarily in a bad way. I wasn't disappointed by the fact that I wasn't like gut-wrench. I don't know, what the album feels like to me almost is kind of like when you like sob for like a very long time about, you know, who knows what. And then you finish crying, and it's like, okay, maybe I'm not in the best place right now, but like you get this sense of like relief and comfort from the fact that you just cried it all out, and like you're like, I feel good. That's what the album sounds like to me. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. In my opinion, is it like as good as Jubilee or Soft Sounds? Well, no. But it is like a good, I believe, springtime album. Like the way it's just very much like, again, based on the title, you'd think it would be something a lot more gut wrenching, but it's not. Some of the songs are very good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Very solid album.
Yeah.
And they're a great band, but it's not like my favorite. Like I listened to it this afternoon, and you were just describing what the sound sounded like for you, and I was like, I can't really remember what it sounded like. I liked the singles. I liked the original single, and then the other one. See, I'm blanking on the names too.
Orlando in Love and Mega Circuit.
Sorry guys, fake fan.
I know. I'm just a super fan.
The vibe was good, but I did like I like Jubilee more. Maybe it's because they sort of introduced new instruments and like elements in that one. Like they had more synths, and it was a bit more kind of playful, and they had the juxtaposition between really sad lyrics, and it sounded a bit lighter. Whereas this was a very straight played album. It was good. Yeah.
I would agree with that. Like, absolutely. I would say that this album is maybe a bit like scaled back from previous works. Once again, not necessarily in a bad way, but it's something that I feel like in order for me to have like this super strong connection to it, like it's maybe gonna have to grow on me a bit. We'll need to give it some time, let it marinate a bit. That being said, I did want to like just mention like the opening track, like Here's Someone.
Here's Someone is so good.
Wonderful, and I had to give my shout out there because it was just such a wonderful way to open up that album, and it really just set me up for like, I don't know, a good listening experience, I suppose.
I think that sorry.
There you go.
Oh, I think that the closers are also pretty good, like Winter in LA and Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
Winter in LA is low-key my favorite. It's
Me
so
too.
good. Yeah,
Me too.
It's just a good song. What were you gonna say, BJ?
I was gonna say, what do you think about the Jeff Bridges duet?
Okay.
It's not like an artist that you'd think of.
No,
Or
and
an
then
artist at all.
here's the thing: if you're a keen listener of Japanese Breakfast, then you'll know that Men in Bars is just Ballad Zero from Bumper, like the side project that they had. Like I've listened to. Like I remember listening to the song and I was like, why do I know this song?
Yeah.
And it's literally just because it's an old song of theirs that they just decided to have Jeff Bridges on.
Do you think he was a fan and he like reached out?
Maybe.
It's just an interesting collab, and I mean, it's not bad, but I'm just like,
You would have preferred a Sasami duet?
I would have preferred a Sasami, especially knowing I listened to this album, and I think maybe I like this album so much because I listened to Blood on the Silver Screen immediately after, and I was like, oh, this is very different. This is not as good even as for Melancholy Brunettes, and that was something that shook me a little because I'm a Sasami fan as well. Yeah, I think I would have preferred. I think Ballad Zero is good enough as it is. You know, I enjoy Men in Bars. It's not my favorite though.
Well, final thoughts. I think it's another solid entry for the little band.
rated out of 10. Go.
I'm gonna say 7.
Yeah,
There's
7.5.
There's a Japanese Breakfast album now for every season, and this is springtime, so.
That's beautiful.
There you go. I love that. Yes, and I would agree. 7 out of 10. It was a good time, but
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the host.
Keep your eyes glued to the screen for these commercials. We'll be back.
welcome back. I love Austin Underground so much, and it's no secret that the duo Magdalena Bay are a clear favorite here at AU.
Are they? I don't think I've heard us talk about them.
Well, they are. We've just never dared to bring them up on a panel because they're so beloved. Anyway, we're finally correcting our mistake tonight with a little segment we'd like to call Magdalena Bays. Get it? Here's Kaylee, BJ, Liv, and Harper here to insert their own imaginal disc of their own.
That's my disc. Hey guys! We're here to talk about Imaginal Disc and Magdalena Bay because we love them so much.
We do love them.
BJ, do you want to give us some Magdalena Bay history?
Oh yeah, we'll do a little rundown. Magdalena Bay, Matt and Micah, they're from Miami. They met in high school.
I really thought they weren't American. I thought they were, I don't know where I thought they were from.
European,
They
yeah.
give European.
Yeah. So then they went to college and then they started making electronic music together. I guess they started releasing like 2019. They had like singles, they had 3 mini mix EPs, and then Mercurial World, and now Imaginal Disc, which really blew them up, and now everyone loves them. So.
Yeah. BJ put me on.
Yeah,
I feel like BJ put all of us on.
My friend Sophia put me on before
Okay.
BJ actually.
Oh.
But I listened to, it was to the last album, and I didn't really like it that much. So I was like, I don't
Which
get the
which one was it?
Mercurial World.
Mercurial World?
Mercurial World.
I
And then
like
I
that
did
one.
actually hear about them on like social media too. Like I saw people being like, this album is so good when it came out. And I listened to the first track for like, 1 minute of it, and I was like, no.
I've listened to them for ages, and I think I kind of fell off. But it took me like 2 listens for this one to click. But
Yeah.
once it did, I'm like, wow, this is so good.
Once I actually listened to the whole album and not just 30 seconds of the first song,
Yeah.
I was immediately like, oh, this is really good.
I think I listened to like, well, maybe the first time I like actually listened to them was when we watched the music video. Or like I had like listened to it a little bit and I was kind of like, okay. And then we watched the music video. I was like,
Death
whoa.
and Romance.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Death and Romance music video.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Then I remember shopping at Ulta, and I had like my headphones in, and I was just like letting it play like the recommended ones. And Killing Time came on, and I was like, "What song is this?
I love
This
Killing
song is so
Time.
good."
I think Killing Time is my favorite one on
Really?
Imaginal Disc.
I think
Cry for me is my favorite.
I don't
That
know
one's
which one is
good.
my favorite. I always really like when watching TV comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing Time also.
Yeah.
It's such a good album. Like the sound is so unique.
Yes.
It sounds like she's using auto-tune, but it's just like a voice she's putting on. Very Faye Webster.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like the story behind it is really cool too, and you kind of get a peek of that in the music videos. They do this. They make their own websites for each album.
I saw their website.
They're very like
Pretty cute.
lo-fi,
Yeah.
kind of like early internet style, and they just have so much like creativity and like a vibe of their own that I think is super cool.
Yeah.
The website's really cute. I was looking at the map today,
Yeah.
and I like all the little locations a lot. I liked the thing where you scroll and it's like, keep scrolling down, go slower. Because I was scrolling really fast down it. They got me.
Okay, well, we all love Magdalena Bay. We hope you love Magdalena Bay. Back to the hosts.
Wow, I love them. We should all go listen.
We should. And Magdalena Bay, you should come on the show. Because we love you.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't speak kitty cat. Hi, y'all. Welcome to AU's first ever edition of Katy Cat Cozy Corner Conversion Edition.
Last edition.
Oh, no.
But sure.
No, we'll have more.
Okay.
In the litter box today, I have a very special guest.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Sydney!
I want you to know that he sent me the list of Katy Perry songs he wanted me to listen to on Spotify, and I don't have Spotify, so I actually hand put them into my YouTube Music.
And see, and that's what we do for Katy Perry here.
Well, maybe.
All right, do you want to I sent like a list of
Like
songs.
10.
Yeah, I sent 10 because I feel like we all know Katy Perry songs, but I just wanted to do like some of my favorites right now.
I won't lie, I feel like I actually knew most of them.
Yeah, I think that not a lot of them were she doesn't really have underground songs. That's the thing about her, is like, one thing you have to give her credit for is that we all know Katy Perry songs and we all know ones that we like. So why the diss?
Okay, well, like, honestly, I just don't like, I feel like Katy Perry kind of old news. That's my thing. It's like, name a Katy Perry song recent that you actually enjoy back, like, her 2010 songs. Firework, peak. Unconditionally, peak. Like, the one you want me to listen to, Birthday, great.
Yeah.
The one that got away, great. California Girls, great. But, like, her newer stuff?
I think that she is on the downslope, but that's sort of like the worms eating her brain, and that's just like, I don't know, I think that we can appreciate like what she has now, and I feel like she does, like, in the next like 5 to 10 years, like, she will come out with a like record-breaking album, is what I like.
You think?
I think it'll be something like, I don't know who to compare her to. She's incomparable. I don't know, like, I just think
Kind of like Hosier had like a little downslope.
that's what like.
Maybe.
But Hosier is like so different than Katy Perry.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to say, like, I don't know, man.
I think that she dug her own grave, and then she like sat there and made it her litter box. Yeah.
Well, yes. But like, in terms of her music, some of the ones you made me listen to, I actually really liked, and I forgot how much I liked them. Unconditionally, I liked as a kid, and then oh, girl.
Sorry. This is my tale.
He came prepped.
I came prepped.
But Unconditionally, I liked as a kid, and I remember liking it. And then I was listening to it in the car right before this, and I was like, she says that word a lot in that song. Low-key was making me really mad.
She's just like a very pop person, and I think right now we're not, like, because it's not just Katy Perry, like, I'm an Arianator too, like, you guys wait for it, there's going to be an Arianator cozy corner. But I think it's the pop, like, craze is coming back, especially, like, recession pop. I don't know. Do you want to talk about some of the songs that I gave you?
Yes, I'll talk about 2 that I hadn't listened to that I actually really liked. You're So Gay. Didn't like at first, and then I kept listening, and it got better. And Harley's in Hawaii.
Okay, Harley's in Hawaii is slept on. Yeah, Harley, and then you say that none of her new stuff is good. Like, that's relatively new. Yeah.
That one was good. The one I absolutely hated on the whole, like, 10 you gave me, Bon Appetit. I hated that song.
Bon Appetit is so good. No, and the music video is really, what do you mean you like about it?
Oh, is that the one where she's, like, on, like, the thing?
She's on, like, she's getting cooked, yeah.
I don't know, I just didn't like it. But maybe because I like her 2010s, like Hot and Cold, and, like, all those older
Those
ones
were,
peak.
I think it was, like, it's a thing of her, like, she's kind of like a, can I say sex?
Ooh.
She's like a sex icon in a way, and, like, it changed from her being, like, teenage dream, sort of, like, scandalous to
she matured.
She like matured, yeah.
Oh, and was that like her like turning point of her like?
And she also cut her hair, and she was doing a lot of cringy stuff, and I think that's very in the moment. And you know what? She also made a song with Migos, so.
That's true, but I don't know. I just didn't like it.
What was your favorite?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I honestly think Harley's in Hawaii or Birthday.
Harley's in Hawaii. Those
like,
I love that you said that, because those are the 2 songs that like got me into this Katy Cat. Like, those songs are what made me this.
I see.
And it was like at the beginning of this year. It was my birthday, and I was listening to Birthday, and I listened to that for 2 straight months, like on repeat, just like mainly that song and then a few others, and then it switched over to Harley's in Hawaii.
Which is a good song. You should listen to it.
Yeah, Harley's in Hawaii is really good. And that's off of like a newer thing. I think that people just don't have the gall to like listen to her albums, like her newer albums in full, and look at like what's good. Yeah. Like, well, okay.
Well, no, I feel like a lot of people just don't want to like them.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the
we
thing.
love to hate a woman. You know what? And right now it's Katy Perry.
Well, yeah, I guess. But overall, like, I went in like I'm never gonna listen to her, but like honestly, I'd probably put like Harley's in Hawaii on my playlist.
And that's all I needed. And with that, back to the hosts.
Right. Wow. Hey, Simple. What you know about that?
Simple by Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got more Katy stands.
Well, that's all we've got time for today.
We'll be back next week, but in the meantime, check out our write-ups and interviews on our website at austinunderground.org and our social media pages at Austin Underground.
We've got Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Letterboxd, Yik Yak, Spotify, and of course, Earbuds. Check us out.
Until then, bye.
Wait, one more thing.
What?
This is for you.
Oh my God.
Member of the week, Isabella.
You guys, I'm so shocked. I didn't even. What? Are you kidding? I just want to say, wow.
I just want to say, Beyonce
I
had
am
one of the
so
best
beyond shocked and surprised to receive this immense honor. Joining AU was one of the most unplanned yet amazing things to happen my first year at UT. Huge shout out to the lovely booth goblins that keep this show running. My role is easy compared to all of the tech stuff. I would also like to thank the little people I stepped on to make it to the top. Seems fitting I received this on April Fool's since I am simply a jester who loves to make mistress happy, whomever that may be. I shouldn't be surprised that I fell in love with the theater kid adjacent music freaks. All that's left to say is, nice try, April Fools. You can't fool me, the supreme jester.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.